tifu by jumping into a lake in my bra/panties to save a man that turned out to be an elite military scuba diver in training. I'm couch surfing with my sister and her BF. I work for him at the lakeside bar, trying to pay for college. My state is open, and while I'm not thrilled, I need both the job and my squad sofa accommodations to make it work to give them their space and myself a break from the doom scrolling. I take a run by the lake in the mornings. This lake is bombas and draws scuba divers to the flooded town at the bottom. Today, I was in my own head running when a dark mass floated to the surface 40 feet away. I was on the craggy side of the lake and this dude looked dead facing away from me. His head was tipped back, eyes closed, bobbing like a fishing lure. No one else was around, so I thought he was quantum crazy out here scuba diving alone at the crackers of dawn, giving himself the Ben's awesome nonsense. Like a jackass, I didn't yell at him to check in. Instead, I took off my shoes and stripped to my skivvies to save the imbecile. The movie trailer in my head had me taking 3 glorious steps and launching into the deep blue water, Black Widow style. Instead, my tender feet hit the sharp rocks and I contorted under the pain like a slinky as I uncoordinatedly pitched myself into the water, doing a side flop. I was also wearing my contacts, so I swam hard in his direction with my eyes closed. When I opened them, he was dead ass staring at me like he'd lost my ever-loving mind. So I blurted, "Are you okay?" He removed the regulator and incredulously said yes. My brain blue screamed. While I tread water, the lake felt infinitely deep before I could terrify myself by hearing the Jaws theme song. I turned to nope the hell out of there, yelling over my shoulder, "I thought you needed saving," to explain my idiocy. As I pivoted, another dude cleared his throat from 30 feet away on the other side. I never heard a sound from him, so I freaked out, failing and belting a near-wounding scream at him. Both the shats laughed as a few more heads surfaced around us. I was surrounded by divers, all wildly entertained by my ridiculous high-octane foo. After pointing to me and the beach, the merman that was my original target cautiously swam toward me after I nodded and escorted me to the shore. The beach was much further than I had anticipated, so I was trying to low-key breath, hiding my need to suck all of the O2 from the air. Also, the comedy of the situation consumed me, and I started to giggle. Finally, I joked, "Dude, you are lucky you weren't actually dying, because it would have taken everything I have to drag your sorry ass this far." He chuckled before offering me a tow. Hell, no, not gonna happen. Even if I had to dog paddle, I won't openly accept that defeat. He quietly mocked me the rest of the way to the shore. I'm a secret sap for it. They were cadets or recent graduates from a military college. Here for the summer. They'd been training in pools and were doing some open water exercises. They had been out there at least part of the night. I'm sure I blew up whatever drill they were running. Here's training for pre-dive school, and since I'm an expert Googler, I'm guessing that means combat diving. At the shore, I did my best to throw my shoulders back and march out of the water in my sports bra and undies in front of what I can only imagine are some pretty badass men. I did invite him and his clandestine crew for an absurdly overpriced beer at the bar tonight before shame jogging back into the woods for my clothes. TL. Doctor, I tried to save an injured diver, ended up crashing some kind of military training. Edit. It's Lake Jockersey in SC also. The Meerman cheated. He was wearing a floaty vest and fins. That bastard. Okay, I'll admit there is a part of me that is attracted to his mysterious appearance from the shadow realm, and am definitely imaging that has constructed from some kind of aluminum steel alloy. But he was also funny and kind. I was vibing his proclivity for witty and sarcastic comments, and have a million questions I want to ask him. Edit 2. Okay, at work now, and had to turn off the notifications because you snippers are blowing me up. To all the ladies giving advice earlier, yes, I left the dragonflies at home and went full cute sundress and Jesus sandals. Tried to wear my hair straight, but it's hot as hate out here, and it'll be beach wave sweaty before long. My sister's BF has blabbed the whole thing and all of the staff is in full on ribbing mode. Kinda great actually. They are currently reading the Reddit post, so they are cackling at you people too. So even if he doesn't show, we are gonna have a great night. We have a long way to go since it's just the dinner crowd, but thanks for making my day great people. Edit 3. Solid dinner crowd, but no Meerman or Frog Prince as you people have started to call him. Our lakeside drinking crew will start rolling in another 1 to 2 hours. I thought you salty bastards of Tifu would chew me up and spit me out, but look at you all showing up in the name of love. You guys are awesome. Even if I get ditched, it was worth the day with you. Edit 4. 1 hour later, still no show. Edit 5. He showed. Holy shit. A little bit ago, yes, I was as dorky as you would have imagined. And now I'm typing this from the bathroom like a dumbass again. But I feel like you people are on the ride with me. He's handsome and funny. And he smells great, yes. I hugged him in Southern, it's what we done at the smelling. The hugging has nice. And smart and keeps defending me from my jackass friends at the bar. W. Harlow, they've almost called him Merman to his face. I think he low-key likes that everyone knew W. Harlow was, but not sure how he'll feel about being a Reddit celebrity. I've learned a lot about him, but it wouldn't be fair to share without his permission. His whole crew did not come. Only one, and his bud immediately started flirting with my co-worker. That's a good sign, I think. Holy Sugara, I'd think he'd never met up with a guy before. Also, my friend straight up asked him if he saw my dragonfly undies that look like penises with massive glow-in-the-dark turquoise blue balls. Only she used the Reddit version. Thanks for that nickname, Reddit. He didn't answer, but smirked the truth to me. After she left, it was cheeky, but cute. Has also been sharing some of the Sugar that he's been taking today from being saved. He has the same self-deprecating sense of humor as me. I think we are vibing, so that's all the updates for tonight. Has getting the rest of my attention. Keep sending me those good vibes and peace, people. Edit 6. Last and final update, because you guys are not letting up. I know this may seem weird since I posted this whole situation out into cyberspace for everyone to see, but yesterday it was just a comical story about a guy I didn't think I would ever see again. Something funny to share when we all need a giggle today. Well, it feels different to talk about him now that we've spent some time together. I like him, there's chemistry and similar interest, and we have plans to see each other again. I don't need the pressure of Reddit to help me screw things up. You guys know I'm a bit of an expert in that regards, that's all. So go do something you love and find a way to at least balance the doom scrolling with some belly laughs. Sending much love to each of you. Edit 7. Updates. You people keep screaming over 3 weeks later. Don't you have better things to do than pester me about my love life? The Merman, the Frog Prince, the Dashing Man from Depths, the King of the Shadow Realm, and the many other nicknames that Reddit has bestowed is still very much in my life. Has better than I can describe with my mortal words. Fangirl him if you must, because I will understand. Thank you all for the well wishes and positivity that this post has given. I hope something amazing and magical happens to each of you, and if it happens to be shamefully funny, I hope you will share, because we all need as many laughs as we can get. Be safe, everyone. I feel like there are probably easier ways to get a guy A+ for effort. So what you are saying is that being spectacularly stupid is not gonna help me pull. Now it definitely will, but you can dial it back a little bit if that effort is too much. LMAO. Excellent story. You probably made their morning after a long and boring training session. A+ job inviting them to the bar. Please update us after they show up. That mysterious vibe made my day. I hope they show. But either way, I have this bombast story that no one will ever believe to share with all of my friends when they come back to school. This was awesome. Just want to say you're a fucking badass for doing it in the first place. Love the fact you just tried to own it as you marched back on shore for your clothes. Please keep us informed on what continues to transpire after the possible drinks. I'm surprisingly invested. Been a while since I saw a phone here that was this entertaining. Honestly, I find this quite admirable and wholesome. Kudos to you for being an empathetic and courageous person. This is hilarious. I can just picture you swimming with your eyes closed towards them. Haha. Don't be too embarrassed. It probably made their morning. This is funny and so wholesome. Hella embarrassing but worth it. You definitely made their day as you made mine reading this. I wish I had friends like you. You're awesome, girl. Hey, I'm a paramedic and I want to say thank you, and I really appreciate your efforts to save someone's life. That's not given, and besides this being a really wholesome story, I hope next time you will do your best again to save someone's life. This world needs more people like you. Also, don't risk your own life to save someone else. You are all kinds of awesome. Thanks for sharing this. If a jogger had risked her ass to jump in and save me while I was scuba diving, whether I needed it or not, I'd buy her as many overpriced beers as she liked. Well, as mommy, how did you and daddy meet? Conversations go. You've topped us all. Now you've just got to get him to put a ring on it. Good luck. Op. Congrats, you are now part of military lore. The story of the mermaid that saved an entire platoon will be told forever, Maya. Former military man here. Guys in training often do not have the ability to do anything not specifically training related on their own schedule. So if he or one of the others no show, don't take offense. Give him/them 2 weeks to make an appearance. The weekends might also be full with GI stuff. Close bracket. But, may I say, you are one hell of a person to jump in at a moment's notice to save a life. He/they must know that, too. And that means they will love you, even if they don't know your name. I wish more people would jump first and think about the consequences second in situations like this. You have noble instincts and there is nothing embarrassing about that. As an ex-Coast Guard in a very busy naval area, you'd be surprised how often this actually happens. Not necessarily jumping in their skivvies, but certainly calling us after seeing a body in the water. Worst thing is, we liaise with the Navy for our efforts, but due to confidentiality they were unable to tell us whether or not it was a training exercise that we were blundering into. There was an arrangement where they were allowed to notify our launch authority whether or not a training exercise was being undertaken, but they were not allowed to disclose the nature of the exercise or whether it involved bodies in the water. Due to this, our due diligence dictated that we still had to launch and chase up the call-in. It's gone as far as the Navy launching a helicopter to aid our search pattern. And after 30 minutes of searching alongside the naval helicopter for the naval SMC to call their helicopter back. Fortunately they used a very specific language when calling their SAR team back, which essentially told us we were hunting for naval divers, without them actually saying it. I still remember reading this post around a month ago when you first made it. It honestly gave me such a laugh, and I was so excited to check in on your Reddit throughout the day to see if your merman showed up at the bar. I'm so glad everything worked out for you two in the end. Every now and then I come back to read this meet cute if I'm feeling down, and to see if you've posted any updates. Thank you for sharing such an unforgettable moment. I wish you guys all the best. Perfect conclusion to a damn delightful story. Knowing when to limit what you put out there for the world to know is important. It's just satisfying to know something positive came of such a wonderfully silly story. Sending all the positivity and goodness right back to you. After all the craziness that's been going on. 10/10ths for making my day just a bit brighter. Good luck in future rescue attempts. The world needs more people like that. Hopefully they took you up on the beer. Late to the party, but wow, what a roller coaster ride of a story. Laughed, and so happy to hear he turned up. One of the best posts ever. I'm glad we can all laugh together. The world needs a bit more of that. Oh man, your story made my day. I keep coming back for your comments and updates. You seem like such an awesome person, and I hope this situation turns out the best way for you. You'll have to invite us all to the wedding. Sending greetings from Europe. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video